Good evening, lacrosse fans. I'm Hayden Heilshorn here with my broadcasting partner, Tommy Bartfi, and thank you so much for tuning in for this Division III lacrosse matchup between the Otterbein Cardinals and the Kenyon Lords. Now, Tommy, both these teams haven't gotten off to the start that they wanted. Otterbein is just 2-4, and Kenyon themselves is just 2-3. So both these teams would seem evenly matched, but Kenyon has a high-powered offense. We're going to go down to the national anthem now, and we'll be back after.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Memorial Stadium for tonight's non-conference lacrosse matchup, featuring the visiting Lords of Kenyon College and Otterbein University Cardinals. At this time, we ask that you please rise and help us honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So, some notable starters for both the teams. Number 21, the senior James Gudling out of Worthington Kilbourne High School is going to be starting in net for the Cardinals. And for Kenyon, Gabriel Avis is going to be starting in goal, the senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's wearing number 43. So, Tommy, we talked before we went live about how Kenyon has the high-powered offense they do, and Otterbein struggles with turnovers. So what is going to be the key here to holding this Kenyon offense off?
Well, I think they're personally going to have to limit the shots. We've seen through all their games this season that Otterbein has been the loser in the shot game, and whenever they are losing in the shots, they end up losing the game. So I think they need to limit Kenyon's shots and play more offense. They need to move up the field more.
It's important to note that the Cardinals started off the season 1-3 last year and then went on a 7-game win streak and then ended up playing in the Ohio Athletic Conference final and then lost that one, so they were conference runner-ups. So talking to some of the players before the game, it looks like this is the game to start that streak again because both these teams have struggled. In fact, Kenyon struggles most in penalties. They are actually the least disciplined team in the North Coast Athletic Conference. And Otterbein has the best man-up percentage scoring in the Ohio Athletic Conference at somewhere around 40%. So they are leading the conference in that. So Otterbein is going to have to take advantage of the man-up positions there. But some notable injuries or maybe illnesses for the Cardinals is 40 Mike Roman. He's their big face-off guy, and he's not going to be in tonight. So we're going to go down and hear the rest of the starters.
Leading the Cardinals is head coach Colin Hartnett in his 8th season, along with assistants Jordan Foreman, Derek Cohn, and James Eastep.
So, Tommy, one of the big offensive guys for Otterbein is number 38, Connor Jevitt. He is leading the team and OAC in goals at 19 this year, and we talk about it a lot. Goal scorers score when they shoot the most, and Connor's leading the team at a little over 50 shots. But we're going to go down to the face-off circle here. Looks like for the Cardinals, facing off is actually the freshman, Jason McDonald, is taking the face-off. So let's see what the young freshman can do. He fights it off, kicks the ball, and it's going to be won by Kenyon. So Kenyon with the first possession of the game, moving down the sideline, little backhand pass. Kenyon setting up a play, looks back, taking their time. Off the adjacent pass, down low. So early on we see Kenyon taking their time here, but the Cardinals, there's a pass over by the sideline is going to be missed, taking it up in the slot area, throws it back behind the net. So Kenyon picking up the speed, throws it in front, and it's a goal. So right off the bat, the high-powered Kenyon offense gets the first goal of the game off the first possession, and Otterbein's going to send the freshman back out to get another chance at the face-off. So early on we see Coach Hartnett giving the freshman opportunity, and it makes sense after the slow start.
We talked about it. Otterbein's got to find a way to move up the field, and they did not find a way to get the ball back and move up the field. They got to get more power on defense and get more aggressive.
So the first possession of the game is a score. Kenyon leads 1-0, 14-11 left in the first quarter. Here down at the face-off circle, again, the freshman McDonald taking it for the Cardinals. And the whistle, and it is won by the Cardinals off a kicked ball there. That's a nice job to move the ball upfield. So here come the Cardinals with their first possession of the game. See how they respond.
See how well they can set up. See if they can duplicate what Kenyon did.
So here come the Cardinals moving up near midfield, rolling down near the sidelines is Ian Mays. Ian Mays takes his time, trying to move away off the Kenyon defense. And a nice poke, and the ball comes loose, but the ground ball is won by the Cardinals.
Ryan Gambita picked up the fumble.
Ryan Gambita picked up the ground ball off the turf, and ground balls are going to be huge for the Cardinals today. They haven't been doing so well in that category. So here come the Cardinals moving the ball early. A nice little spin move, and a pass down low is missed, and the ball's on the ground, but it's picked up by the Cardinals. So one-handed pickup. Here come the Cardinals again. And a shot didn't go, and that ball is going to roll. Looks like it's going to go Kenyon's way.
Yeah. Otterbein really not able to get deep into the zone there. Kenyon having a nice sturdy defense, not letting them get into the goaltender's path.
So here's the goalie, Gabriel Avis, is going to throw it up, and the the Lords are moving upfield. This is number 19, Alex Lopez. He gives the ball off, and number 8, Emilio Sosa. Now they're moving, looking for space, taking their time. So
this is where I think Otterbein needs to be more aggressive. We saw it by Kenyon. They didn't let Otterbein pass the ball around or run around like this. I think Otterbein's got to be more aggressive.
Ian Griffith with a shot, saved by Gunling. Gunling steps back and gives himself some space. So here comes Gunling with the ball with his first save of the game. He's going to throw a pass to midfield to Adam Gunman. Now here comes number 25, Logan Murphy. Murphy back to Mays.
Out to San Filippo. Watch out for him. He's a goal scorer.
So here come the Cardinals trying to get that goal back. It's a 1-0 game, 11:50 remaining in the first quarter here. Otterbein was able to get their first stop off the Kenyon attack. And here come the Cardinals with a tackle of their own. Down low. Nice little move by Dravet. And then we got a penalty on the play. And the ball scramble in front of the crease is picked up and in, but waved off by the ref. So looks like Otterbein's going to go on the man-up advantage here. And we talked about how good Otterbein's man-up is, and what a great chance here to get this game back to 1.
Look like it might be a slashing call.
coming into the game is Anthony Spingoli, who is the midfielder from Chicago, Illinois. So
we talked about how good Otterbein is on the man up. This is where they need to score. They've had trouble trying to get in deep during previous play. This is where they got to make it work.
So throwing it in is Jake Grundy. So the Cardinals moving the ball. Let's see if they can find some penetration into this Kenyon defense here. And some nice passes. Oh, the pass was missed there by Jake Grundy. He couldn't settle it, and that would have been a nice opportunity. Cardinals are going to remain with the possession here.
Beautiful pass, just didn't get through.
So here come the Cardinals again. The shot is wide and over the net, but it's going to stay with the Cardinals here. So interesting that shot missed. It's interesting to note that the Cardinals, even though they do not get more shot, they do not outshoot their opponents. They do have more shots on goal than their opponents, at least when it comes to their percentage. Their percentage is around 58% on shots on goal. That one misses. It's tipped, but it will stay with the Cardinals. So early on here, Otterbein getting a long possession on the man-up advantage.
Really using it to their benefit, getting nice shots. Got to sink them.
So Sanfilippo to Dreiser. Dreiser shoots, and it's net and saved by Gabriel Avis. So his first big save of the game.
Try to go top right shelf. Good save.
And they're going to try to kill this man-up advantage. Here comes Kenyon moving up the sideline, the far sideline, and he's going to slip and fall. And Otterbein with the chance to get the ball back. There's a scrum for it. And scrum and played back out and into Otterbein territory, but they recover it, and then he lost it. Otterbein retains possession. The pass is thrown all the way back to Gunley. So here come the Cardinals again. Off what looked like a Kenyon penalty kill, they were able to get the ball back, and now here they come on the man-up advantage still. Never mind, it just ended. Here comes Jed O'Neill back into the game off the kill. So the Cardinals moving around behind net. Good defense there by Kenyon. Throws up to Dreiser.
Even though they didn't score, they still got to use this advantage of still having the possession of the ball to get maybe some chances.
Sanfilippo moves, throws back down to drive it. Back up top. So the Cardinals taking their time with this one. They didn't get the man up goal, but they still have possession. They're down 1-0. They've done a good job at keeping possession, though. Here's a shot, and it just missed, but it's going to stay down here at this end. So Otterbein getting chances early. That's one thing that they've struggled, is to get shots, but early on we see them getting shots here.
I like that. I like them trying to take as many chances as possible. Clearly they haven't done that all season.
So drive it with a shot and a bouncer goal, and it scores. So it's 1-1 just like that.
Sooner or later, if you take enough shots, sooner or later you got to hope one of them goes in. Right there it did, bounced right in.
That was drive it with the assist there, and it looks like to put it home was Ray Gambita. Excuse me, Jake Grundy with the goal. Jake Grundy, the sophomore attacker out of Pickerington North. He's a Columbus boy, and he gets the first goal for the Cardinals there off a nice assist from Drive It. So to face off again is the freshman. Jason McDonald taking the face off for the Cardinals from Naperville, Illinois. He won the second one. See if he can win his third. That ball is going to be kicked back and won by Kenyon. Excuse me, ground ball, and good pursuit there by Tommy Calabash. And the Cardinals have the ball again, so a chance to take the lead here. Pass was low to Drive It, so Drive It trying to win it, and it's rolled out of bounds, and it's going to go Kenyon's way. And scrums like that hurts. And Otterbein has struggled with turnovers this year. They have 140 compared to their opponents who only have 113. Kenyon does a good job at not turning the ball over. They only have 76 turnovers on the year. So one thing Otterbein's going to need to do if they want to win here is to keep possession and not throw bad passes, and it all started there. Speaking of bad passes, that one's over the head.
Comes right back.
That one's over the head of Andrew Weiner. So Otterbein with the possession now. It's 1-1, 8:39 remaining in the first quarter.
Oh, there's another turnover.
He
tried to split three defenders.
Oh, it's going to be called back. It's an offsides call, so that will stay with the Cardinals.
They got to take these opportunities of being able to keep the possession.
So Otterbein trying to hold on to possession. They've done a good job so far with only 1 turnover. So here they come. They scored on the possession. And there's another
one.
shot.
Beautiful pass right across the crease to the other side. Beautiful shot.
That's the freshman Justin McKee there. And that was a nice shot off a nice pass. And just like that, the Cardinals have the lead. It's 2-1. So early on, we've seen the Cardinals respond well, and Kenyon hasn't had possession in quite a long time in Otterbein's D zone.
And we talked about that. Otterbein's got to keep this possession game and this shot game to their favor, as they have won when they have that.
So Jason McDonald going against the sophomore from Kenyon, Will Swain from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Face-off is won by Kenyon, but we have a blown whistle here. And Otterbein is given possession. So Ian Maves with the ball. Cradling and looking for a pass. Good pursuit there by the Kenyon Rob Goldenshoe. So Mays looking for some time. Gives it back to his teammate, Anthony Spingoli. Spingoli coming up in the high slot. Decides to go to the adjacent pass down low. And this is Drive It. Drive It with a nice move down by the crease. Shoots it, and a nice save there by Gabriel Avis. He's a senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is not his first rodeo. He saved that one, and it was a big save to keep this goal, keep this a one-goal game here.
And Otterbein gets the ball right back.
But then Kenyon turns it over. So early on, we've seen Kenyon
some sloppy play.
And another save by Avis there.
He's keeping them in the game right now, but we're pursuing them.
So here comes Kenyon. See if they can get a possession going here. 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Some subs from both teams, including Logan Murphy coming in for the Cardinals. So Avis with the ball, throws on the adjacent pass to Kyle Johnston. Kyle Johnston coming in for Kenyon's offense, and there's going to be a flag in the backfield.
Looks like it'll be on Otterbein.
So the penalty is going to go against Otterbein, and a timeout by Kenyon, and it's going to be an offsides call, it looks like. And Kenyon's going to take the timeout. So Kenyon here with the opportunity to get that goal back. It's 2-1 game with a little under 7 minutes remaining, and Kenyon's been okay on the man up on the man up advantage. They haven't gotten many opportunities, but they have made use of them. They actually are doing much better than Otterbein at 46.4%. So Kenyon, with the high-powered offense they have, will get the chance here to get back up. But Tom, welcome back, Lacrosse fans. Where we left you, it was a 6-5 game, and we're back after the halftime here. Some notable halftime stats. Otterbein led in shots 23-19, but Gabriel Avis led in saves 9-4. He outsaved James Gunling, who only had 4, and it was a good job by Avis to keep this game at bay, which led to a Kenyon comeback. So, Tommy, what do you look to see in this second half here from the Cardinals?
Well, I'm really impressed with the face-off circle. We've won 9 of 13. That's really led to some of our big offensive possessions. But I want to see a duplicate of that first quarter. We were really aggressive. We were really in their face. We were causing turnovers, and we weren't giving up any shots. And in that second quarter, we got loose, or I'm not too sure what happened, but Kenyon was able to go around, and they were able to get really nice shots, and that's where they came back up behind 1 now.
So the sun is almost down here in Westerville, and we are playing under the lights now, and we're going to get back to the action here in a few. But, Tommy, again, the Cardinals have came out this game and have taken every advantage they have on offense, and they've done a good job at getting some nice shots in open lanes, including Drive It, who had a couple in the first half.
Yeah, we we just downed the Cardinals a bit, but at the end of the day, we were down 1-0, and we have fought our way back up, and we are now winning by 1. So they just got to – right now I believe we're just kind of treading water, and I'd just like to see us start swimming a bit more.
So the Cardinals with possession here. Back up top to Sanfilippo. He's going to take a shot that is going to be deflected, and that was a good deflection there by Patrick Coughlin.
Great deflection.
For Kenyon. And then another shot off a ground ball is stopped, but there's going to be a flag close to midfield.
I just like to go back to that deflection. Really, Sanfilippo is going to put his whole weight behind that shot. It's going to be a real ripper from the top of the circle.
Sanfilippo is going to be boxed up there. So a chance for Kenyon to get this game tied here off a Sanfilippo penalty. So already the Cardinals are getting boxed up. That makes 3 penalties for both teams here.
And that's what Cardinals not need to happen. As we just said, they were losing in the shot count as was in that second quarter. Now being down another man, that's not going to be to their advantage.
So Otterbein's best period throughout the year has been the third period. They've scored 21 of their 67 goals this year in the third period.
They're going to have to fight off this man advantage before they even try to think about that.
So Sanfilippo was put in the penalty area for unnecessary roughness there. But here comes Kenyon trying to take advantage of the man up. Back up top. Moving it well. Back and forth between the Kenyon players. And a pass inside leads to a goal. And that one is going to be Emilio Sosa with the shot. That's going to be his 14th of the year and first of the game. And that's one guy that you don't want to have shots in that lane if you're the Cardinals, because he will make them, and he has all year.
Yeah,
they've done a good job at not letting him shoot today, but that one was just too easy.
Yeah, that man advantage really bit the Cardinals hard, as Sosa basically was just standing there wide open. Gunling didn't really even have a chance to even make a save, as Sosa was right on the doorstep.
So it looks like we got a different man in the face-off circle for the Cardinals. Oh, excuse me. No, McDonald is still the face-off man. But coming up is Kenyon. McDonald lost the face-off, and here come the Lords trying to take their first lead of the game since their 1-0 score at the beginning off their first possession. So here's Sosa finding some space in the offensive territory. Moving the ball off the adjacent pass is Kenyon. Back up top to Alex Lopez. Alex Lopez over to Florence. And then Kraft with the ball. Kraft looking for a lane, doesn't find it. Throws it to Florence. And back to Lopez. So Lopez looking for space of his own. Turns the ball over. And the Cardinals get a good break there. They're coming up the field, and the good pressure in the backfield by Kenyon, but splitting the defense for the Cardinals.
Gunling with a short pass this time. I don't think he's really going to test that deep pass after what happened with Jacobs on the 5th goal.
So the Cardinals moving it in. There's going to be a flag. It looks like this one's going to go against Kenyon, so a chance here for Otterbein to regain their lead. Just 2 minutes in to the third quarter. This is their best scoring period, as I mentioned earlier. Most of their goals throughout the season have been scored in the third period.
And we're also 1 for 2 on the man-up advantage, so here comes a third opportunity. That first time we didn't get a goal necessarily in man-up time, but it led to a goal afterwards.
So the man-up advantage is going to start with Drive It Stick. He's moving up top in the high slot area. Throws it off to Tholt. Tholt looking for some space on his own. Gives it down low. And a nice bouncer goal was Jake Grundy to get there first. It was a good job by Jake Grundy to get low and some vengeance off that one, because the goal got called back earlier off probably one of the best attempts of his career here at Otterbein. He shot it over the back, but got called back for a crease violation. He got that one there, went turf to bar, and they're winning 7-6. So a good job by the Cardinals to go 2 for 3 on the man-up advantage. They've shown that they are a good man-up team, and they are taking advantage of Kenyon's penalties. As we mentioned before, our live stream, Kenyon is leading the North. Excuse me. They are leading the North Coast Athletic Conference in penalty minutes, and that one is a penalty there. It's going to go against the Cardinals. So up come Kenyon, and the penalty.
That's the last thing Otterbein wants. Both teams have shown this quarter how fast and how quick they can move up on that man advantage and get a quick score when they have that man advantage. And the last thing Otterbein needed was just to give Kenyon right back on that.
So Grundy got the goal, and an unnecessary attempt to try to take that ball away. But the penalty is going to go against Derek Petrucci, the sophomore from Hilliard. And just an unnecessary penalty, especially after a good goal and looking to get some momentum. But the Cardinals are going to have to kill a man up here, and it doesn't work because it's Emilio Sosa with the goal there. That's his second of the evening and 15th of the year.
We just said how fast these teams have moved on this man advantage this quarter, and Kenyon wasted no time as they took one shot, one goal, tied game.
So both teams strike on the man-up advantage. Kenyon gets the goal off a Derek Petrucci slashing penalty. So a good job by Kenyon there to tie this game back up right when it looked like Otterbein was getting back in the flow of their offense. Kenyon does the same thing. So again, two teams here that haven't had a tough, or haven't had the start in the season that they wanted. Otterbein being at 2-4 on the year, and Kenyon being at 2-3. Both of them trying to find their third win here. Kenyon looking for their first win away from home on the year, and Otterbein looking to get their second win at home.
Emilio Sosa coming to life in this third quarter as he has the 2 goals for Kenyon.
Here comes Florence. Taking his time, gives it to his teammate. And some new faces here. Henry Rogan, the junior from Huntington, New York. So here comes Kenyon with the shot, and it's in. And their first lead of the game since the opening possession. And the shot came from the stick
Looks like
of Pierce Craft. So
yes.
Pierce Craft, who's been a goal scorer and a good offensive player for Kenyon all year, gets that goal there. They're going to take the lead 8-7.
Just a wide open shot from the right side of the field. Otterbein not really stepping in front of shots or pressuring Kenyon at all.
So the fans live streaming will get the chance to see how Otterbein responds to a 5-1 blown lead here. And it looks like this game is going to stay close for the rest unless Kenyon can foster this momentum and run away with it. McDonald does his part and wins the face-off there. And
Keeps
he's
it
looking,
going.
Gets the pass away, and McDonald is off the field. So a good job by the freshman to win another face-off.
Doing a great job tonight.
That's his 12th win of the face-off, 12th win in the circle this game, so a good job. Here's Gambito. Looking for a pass down low. Back to Gambito. Coming closer to midfield, looking for a teammate. Otterbein makes some subs.
I think Otterbein just want to try to get some kind of offensive possession here. Obviously, the goal is what they will want to tie the game back up, but just to get some momentum that they are seeming to lack in this third quarter.
Brendel with the ball coming in off the sub. Otterbein moving the ball down low. Looking for access in the creases. Drive it. He shoots, and it went left. But a good attempt there. We've mentioned that Otterbein led this game in shots, and it's because they've taken sharp angle shots, and some of them have fallen. Drive it with the one that went in the corner earlier in this game.
That's what we said in the first quarter. We just liked how they were taking numerous shots just to give themselves opportunities.
So Grundy with the shot there, turned away by Avis, and he's applying some pressure on him, but it doesn't work. So here comes Kenyon.
It's a good quality shot right in front of the goal. You just got to find a way to sink him.
Grundy's done a good job at following up his shots, and it led to as we mentioned, a good effort to score a goal that didn't count earlier. But his effort there to cause Avis some trouble it falls short as well. But nonetheless, a good effort. So here come the Lords now.
Avis
gaining some space underneath.
Avis is really being the backbone of that team with those 10 saves to Otterbein's 4. It's really the big difference here today so far.
It looks like we got a new goalie in for the Cardinals. This is Connor Hinson, the senior from New Albany. So he's getting a chance to play here. And it looks like it's going to be a turnover. So the Cardinals with possession now. This is Hinson giving it off to his teammate, his defenseman, who takes it upfield.
I think it was just time for a goalie switch. Gunley wasn't really making any large saves like Avis was, and they really just need to find something to get some momentum on that defensive side.
So Logan Murphy coming into the high slot, gives it off to Drive It. Drive It mishandles the pass, and it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it will go Kenyon's way because the pass was mishandled. So here comes Kenyon now.
That would have been a great scoring opportunity for Dravis if he was able to handle that pass.
So for the Lords, they are moving the ball underneath, looking to extend their lead to their largest of the night. But that pass backwards didn't go well for them. So another turnover, and that is their 12th turnover of the game. These teams are even in that category at 12. Here comes Otterbein trying to take advantage of this opportunity. This is Drive It. Drive It close to Kenyon's bench. Gives it off to Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo calling for his teammate. Gambito into the game. Here he comes.
Otterbein's got to find a way to capitalize off this. They got lucky with another turnover.
So Brendel now with the ball. Comes up the hash marks on the field. Throws it. And it is turned away by Avis. That shot was a good attempt, but right into the breadbasket of Avis, and it's turned away. So here comes Kenyon now. A chance to get their largest lead of the night and off a penalty, which will likely be slashing.
Against Otterbein.
So on the delayed penalty is Kenyon. Kenyon throwing some bounce passes back in their own zone, or excuse me, in the offensive zone. Kenyon making some subs. Coming into the game, number 19, Alex Lopez, the senior from California.
Kenyon still on this delayed penalty. Otterbein's got to find a way.
So Kenyon with the shot, turned away by Hinson, and a good job.
To get a stoppage in play.
Good job by Connor Hinson there. His first tough save, and he makes it.
We talked about it this whole quarter so far. Kenyon has really shown how well and how effective they are on this man advantage. And yet again, Otterbein gets another penalty.
Halfway through this third quarter now, Kenyon has possession off a slashing call. Up top. Moving the ball, another fake pass by Florence. Down low, and Kenyon moving the ball. Shot. And a diving attempt by Connor Hinson to steal possession back to no avail. Here come the Lords again. Florence up top with a nice no-look pass and an even better goal by Amelia Sosa. So Kenyon has seen that combination all year from Florence to Sosa, and it paid off there. It was a good no-look pass from Florence, and it went straight to Sosa, and he did not hesitate at all. He turned around and shot that right in the upper half of the net. So Kenyon gets their first 2-goal lead of the night. It's 9-7, 6:56 remaining in this third quarter. Otterbein trying to respond with McDonald taking the face-off. He's done a good job all night, winning 11 so far for the Cardinals.
We talked about how effective Amelia Sosa was coming into this game, and yet again, he gets his third goal of the night. He was quiet this first half, but the second half he's really turned it on.
So is not one there. The winner is Will Swain from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Gets possession for the Lords. So here comes Kenyon, a chance to extend their lead to 3.
This really all boils down to Otterbein's penalties this quarter, as Kenyon has been 3 for 3 on the man advantage, and that is the huge difference in this game.
So here comes Kraft looking for some space, gives it to Florence. Florence had the assist on the last goal. Florence steps up, shoots it his own, and it went wide, but it's going to stay with Kenyon. So in play come the Lords. Nice little doozy-doo and he lost the ball there. Ground ball is and a whistle called on the sideline. It's going to be awarded to Otterbein there. So a nice spin move underneath by Ian Griffith, the freshman from Lake Forest, Illinois, to try to get that shot, and it didn't work. But Otterbein yet again turns the ball over. So here comes Kenyon with another chance to extend their lead.
Otterbein's just finding ways to really ultimately shoot themselves in the foot with either penalties or these turnovers. They really can't get into the offensive zone.
Here's Sosa back up top to his teammate, Alex Lopez, over to Kraft. And coming into the game is Florence. Here's Florence with the ball. Steps up in the high slot. A nice check there. And it was a good hit.
Clean.
It was a good hit by Benny Tobias, the freshman from Pittsburgh.
We have another big hit. It's going to be a penalty.
So 2 hits in a row. And you start to wonder as we wane our way into the fourth at Kenyon's place. But then that led to their 7-game win streak. They're trying to start their 7-game win streak here tonight and extend their win streak to 2. So Sanfilippo with the ball at midfield. And a chance for Otterbein to gain some momentum back. They had a good defensive stand down in their own end.
Yeah, they'll be on the man advantage as that penalty goes on Robert Jacobs.
So Grundy down to Gambito. Gambito to Tholt. Tholt finding some time. Gives it over to Drive It. And some good passes from Otterbein, and an even better turn away off the Drive It shot was Gabriel Avis, and he has been eating them all night.
He's been the backbone of this team as he has turned away just about all these major shots.
So some good opportunities from Otterbein, but Gabriel Avis, the senior, has turned away some good shots. So here's Sanfilippo. Throws it off the adjacent pass. Drive It with the shot, hit a player, and rolled out of bounds, but it will stay with Otterbein. Grundy won the race to the ball, and they'll keep possession. Or excuse me, Logan Murphy won the race to the ball, and Otterbein retains possession. So here's Sanfilippo. Thought about shooting, but gave it off to Gambito. Gambito shoots it, and he scores.
Top left shelf, it looked like beautiful shot.
So Otterbein and these fans here at Memorial Stadium longing for a goal, and they got it. So it's a 9-8 game. Kenyon with the lead still, but Otterbein seeing that they are not going to let this one get out of hand. So a good job by Otterbein to respond off the man-up advantage goal with a good defensive stand in their own zone, and then a good goal there by Otterbein. That one
by Gambita, the senior. He's not letting this game go too quietly into the night. He wants this team to find a way to come back off that man advantage.
So Ryan Gambito with the man-up advantage goal on his own, or assisted by Joseph Sanfilippo, which makes Gambito with 8 goals for the season. McDonald trying to win the face-off, and he does, back to his teammate. So here's Ian Mays. Ian Mays is the sophomore from Chesterfield, Michigan.
With this possession, Otterbein's got to find a way just to get past Avis. Avis has turned away at some amazing shots.
So here's Sanfilippo with the ball, and a timeout by Otterbein with, or excuse me, it's a possession turnover here. So yet again, Otterbein turns the ball over. They've done a good job at not turning the ball over in the second quarter. This third quarter has been much different. So here comes Kenyon now. And whistles blowing, and a timeout from Kenyon. And it seems with 3:39 remaining, this game is going to pretty much remain this way. Wouldn't you say,
yeah,
Tommy?
I think it's going to come down to the wire. Both teams have shown that they can both find ways to score. I'd like to see more offensive presence and more aggression out of Otterbein, as they are still barely winning the shot count, but they are having a tough time getting out of their defensive zone. I'd like to see them get more aggressive, cause some turnovers, and stop turning the ball over themselves, which is really killing them as well.
So a timeout by Kenyon, trying to foster this momentum that they had off their little 3-goal run. But Otterbein struck back with the Gambito man-up goal. It's a 9-8 game with 3:39 remaining. And this Saturday at 1 p.m., Otterbein is hosting Heidelberg University. It's their first game in OAC play, and they would like to be going into that game with a 2-game win streak. But they're going to need some goals here if they're going to do so on this cold Wednesday night under the lights. So Kenyon's going to take possession. Florence is going to be taking the ball in for the Lords. He's directing his teammates. And the ref gives him the ball, and Florence right away trying to get off the 2-man pressure. And a good job by Otterbein.
Great that's what I was talking about.
To get the poke. And that was Derek Petrucci, who had the bad penalty earlier, which led to a Kenyon goal that tied it up. But he gets that turnover there, and he gets some praise from his teammates on the bench, as it was a good effort on the 2-man pressure there to get Florence to turn the ball over. So here comes Otterbein. This is Henson's pass all the way to midfield.
That's what we said at the timeout break, that I wanted to see some more aggression and cause those turnovers, and it's paid off as Otterbein is now into the offensive zone looking to score.
Justin McKee gives it back to Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo throws it to his teammate down low. Back over to Grundy. So Gambito with the ball now. Tries to shake off a defender and spins the other way and allows his teammate to sub in and out. And here come the Cardinals. A little swim move there by McKee. And turned over. But a good effort by Gambito to throw it back in the zone. A whistle blown. Kenyon's going to take possession at midfield. So Otterbein throwing some quick subs in. Justin McKee and Tommy Calabash. Tommy Calabash had both freshmen. They both had some big plays early on in this game, which has kept Otterbein momentum. There's a turnover there by Kenyon. But, yes, we've seen the freshmen be a big part of Otterbein's game today, and it makes you wonder if the 2-4 start to the season made Coach Hartnett want to put some freshmen in there, and the Mike Roman illness, which led to McDonald getting some opportunities. There's a shot by Joseph Sanfilippo.
Ripper from the point. What a beautiful shot. He put his whole weight into that.
And he knew it too. He turned around and he told his teammates, too easy. And that one was. You don't want to let Joseph Sanfilippo shoot that high, that low in the slot. And it paid off for them. They tie this game back at 9. We said at the timeout, Otterbein's going to need to score some goals, and Kenyon just said, okay, we'll let him, because Joseph was not going to miss that shot there.
He's one of the big goal scorers for this team, and he comes in big.
So here's McDonald to take the face-off against Will Swain. And Will Swain pushed it forward, but Otterbein was able to keep possession off the ground ball, and here's McDonald, throws it back to his teammate and exits the field. He's going to go further into the offensive zone. McDonald getting some offensive time here. So here are the Cardinals now, looking to regain the lead. 1:20 remaining in this third quarter. And now McDonald comes off the field. He did a good job winning another face-off for him. So here's Otterbein now. Sanfilippo with the last goal. Looks for a teammate. Waits.
1 minute, less than
Moves
1
down
minute.
low.
And the 1 minute mark in this third quarter, Otterbein has possession with a chance to gain their lead back. Sanfilippo with the fake move, high steps and makes a move spinning, but that's just dancing to Patrick Coughlin. He's a sophomore from New York. Here's Sanfilippo. Nice spin move, tries to get to the top of the crease. Gives it back to his teammate. This is Gambito. Gambito looked like he wanted to shoot and find a lane, but decides to pass it. So here are the Cardinals now, really putting some pressure on Kenyon, and a nice save by Avis and a good follow-up by Sanfilippo, but an even better save by Avis. So Avis with 2 back-to-back saves and a quick rush the other way. Here comes Kenyon now. Sosa.
Kenyon really tried to use their speed there right off Avis's 2 huge saves, one from the top.
So with 5 seconds remaining, and the pass just went to the far sideline there. Kenyon retains possession. 1 4/10 of a second left on the clock, and it's just going to burn out. Kenyon's going to get possession to start the fourth quarter. So Gabriel Avis has absolutely played lights out down there. He's given up some goals, but he's blocked just about as much as he can, including a Joseph Sanfilippo follow-up off a hard shot.
He's had 13 saves here tonight to Otterbein's 5, and that is really what's killing Otterbein is their goaltending hasn't really been up to par, whereas Avis has just stopped everything in his sights.
So at the break here, Tommy, this game is about what we expected it to be. Both of these teams, as we mentioned, are still yet to reach 3 wins. Kenyon is 2-4, Kenyon is 2-3 on the year and 0-2 on the road. Otterbein here at home has split 2 games, but they got a chance to win their 3rd here in front of their fans tonight and maybe go into conference play on a win streak, and it would be huge for them. They've worked in some freshmen and they've had some injuries, but yet they've been able to be competitive in this game and turn away a Kenyon offense that scores a little over 13 goals a game.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams as they're both trying to get their seasons turned around. Otterbein's trying to build a little momentum going into that conference play. They've had a great showing here tonight, but so is Kenyon. It's going to be a really exciting fourth quarter to see how it turns out.
Through 5 games, Kenyon scored 19 goals in the fourth quarter, and through 6 games, Otterbein's only scored 14. So Otterbein's going to need to step up their fourth quarter play if they're going to hold the win here and defend Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, that second half of that
and the win
third
by
period,
McDonald.
Second half of that third period, Otterbein was given a better performance in the offensive zone, reaching out more shots.
So McDonald scraps and claws and keeps the possession, and a nice swim move there by McKee. He's done that a couple times tonight, but that one got the applause from the crowd.
Otterbein's really getting some momentum here. You can see on the sidelines their bench is really getting into the game now.
So here's Gambito behind Avis's net, looking for a teammate. Now Gambito has the ball again, walking closer to midfield, taking his time, allowing his teammates to move around and sub. Coming into the game will be Brendel, and a nice move there. And a shot from the long stick.
That was a beautiful setup.
A shot from the long stick, Derek Petrucci, the defenseman. So Coach Hartnett decides to throw some long sticks in on offense, and it pays off. He whipped that one past Avis, and Otterbein has the lead, 10-9.
Petrucci with a great fake out. He completely faked out Kenyon's defenseman as he gave the illusion that he was going to go off. He came back on, kept the player at the 50-yard line, and snuck right in and threw a wild shot in there.
So a nice play drawn up by Otterbein's coaching staff gives them the lead here. Little less than a minute into the fourth quarter, and that's going to be big because we talked about it. Otterbein has not had good fourth quarter play this year. And Kenyon, we know their offense is explosive, is trying to respond. Now here's Sosa, wasting no time to give it to his teammate, who sets up, throws it over to Ian Griffith. Ian Griffith looking for space of his own, and all the way back to Florence up top near midfield. Florence to Pierce Craft. Pierce Craft looking for entry. Just thought about the shot but gave it back to Florence, and all the way back, Kenyon continues to move the ball. Kraft steps up, gives it to Florence. Florence steps in but is not given access here. So resetting is Kenyon's offense. Good job by Otterbein to hold off the clear shots this far, but here comes Kraft, gives it to Griffith, and Griffith shoots it and turned away by Hinson. So Hinson with another big save there off his net.
Otterbein's got to watch these wraparounds. Kenyon's been doing it all night, and they've been getting great penetration off of it. Almost led to another good goal.
So his shot is blocked by his own teammate. The shot came from the stick of Alex Lopez. Or excuse me, the shot came from Pierce Craft, and it was blocked off his teammate's calf. So here comes Kenyon now. Looks like Otterbein may have gotten away with the penalty there. Kenyon's coach is trying to argue that it should have been a called, but fourth quarter, and it's a 1, and that goal goes in. So a nice shot there by Jonathan Florence.
Yeah.
Off what should have been, maybe should have been, a man-up advantage.
It seemed like Connor Henson didn't even get to really see where the shot came from. It just looked like he couldn't even really place where the ball was coming.
So Jonathan Florence buries that one, and that makes it a 10-10 game. And both these teams have just responded to each other all night. One team gains momentum and scores a goal, and then the other team comes back and scores a goal. And with 12:22 remaining in this game, I wonder who's going to step up and come out on top. I wonder if it's going to be a freshman for Otterbein.
Yeah,
Coach Hartnett's worked in quite a few freshmen tonight.
The thing that worries me is Avis has proven tonight that he can come up with those large saves, whereas Otterbein really hasn't found that consistent goaltender here tonight.
So Jason McDonald taking the face-off against Will Swain. And Swain's going to win this turn. And a ground ball is picked up by Kenyon, and a whistle blown the other way.
Otterbein's ball.
So Otterbein's going to take possession now. So Ian Mays, the sophomore from Michigan, gives it to his teammate Joseph Sanfilippo. Some movement by the Cards down in front of the crease, blocking the vision of Avis, trying to find a lane. So some substitutes. In comes Brendel. Brendel off a screen. Moves to the right of Avis. Shoots a quick shot, and it's in.
Quick snapshot.
So Brendel was looking for a lane and didn't find it. The freshman from New Albany turned around off a spin move and just beat Avis. Avis was not ready and was not expecting the shot. We mentioned earlier, Otterbein has shot better on target. They've shot more of their shots on goal coming into this game at close to 60%, beating their opponent at 54%, and that shot paid off there. It was a quick snapshot from Brendel from far out.
Yeah, a quick snapshot from the top left corner. It seemed like Avis wasn't even ready for it. You could tell after the goal he was very frustrated.
So 11:39 remaining in this game, and
Otterbein
Swain
answers.
and McDonald are going at the face-off circle again. This is won by Kenyon. Coming into the zone, trying to spawn. Looks like Kenyon's going to go with some longer sticks here. Kenyon picking up their speed. This is Kraft near his own sideline. Throws it over to Jonathan Florence, also near his own sideline. Makes a nice move and throws it to his teammate, Alex Lopez, who thought about the shot and gave it back to Florence. So Florence trying to find near the crease with some nice cradling there and then a spin move. Gives it back up top to Lopez, and it's going to be a good attempt by Lopez to keep that ball in. And the defenseman, and we got a couple players on the ground here, and possession's going to stay with Kenyon, but it all started with Lopez's effort to keep that ball in their offensive zone.
Diving effort, way to keep it in.
So Kenyon's going to keep possession here. And this is Chris Ferraro taking the ball with some speed. A nice move. Shoots, and it just went left of the net. So a good job by Otterbein to not allow Kenyon to get in the open shot lanes. They've done a good job at holding down the fort in this fourth quarter early on. But here comes Kenyon with possession still. This is Kraft. Kraft spins. Gives it back to Lopez. Lopez quick underneath. Lopez to Griffith. Griffith looks for space. Finds it. Shoots a sharp angle shot, and it bounces away. But a good recovery by Kenyon. They're going to keep possession. This is Griffith again. Back to Jacobs. Jacobs over to Lopez. Lopez with the shot, and it hit Sosa in his hip. And Sosa's trying to catch some air. He took a sharp shot off Lopez.
This is where Kenyon's made their money all night. Is just being able to prounce around their offensive zone and really keep Otterbein on their heels, and they're doing it again.
So here comes Kraft trying to fight off the Otterbein defender. Cannot, and gives it back to Lopez. Lopez trying to move up in the zone. Steps up and is looking for a man. He throws it over to Kraft and to Jacobs. Jacobs moves back to Kraft. Kraft finding some space. 9:20 remaining in this fourth quarter. Comes the Cardinals.
Otterbein's defensive zone right there was really good. They weren't allowing any lanes or any open shots, and I think that's where it really benefited them. Whereas in the third and second quarter, they were just letting guys run right on by.
So Gambito waiting for his teammates to sub in a little. Coming into the game is Sanfilippo. Right off the sideline, throws it. He
Threw a ripper.
He winded up there, and then he just threw it
A little
about
wide.
5 feet left of the net. Otterbein wins the race and keeps possession here.
Sanfilippo came off the bench, and he was hunting for number 2. Like we said, big goal scorers find a way.
So the ball's going to be turned over, and Kenyon's going to take possession here. And Gabriel Avis is yelling at his players to do something because he's done all the work for Kenyon tonight. So Avis getting closer to midfield, looking for a pass. He gets it.
Sharp
And here
pass.
comes Jacobs. Jacobs coming up fast. And a penalty coming from the ref on the back side of the field there. And it's going to go against Otterbein. So Kenyon's going to have the chance with the man-up advantage here.
It's the last thing Otterbein wanted this late in the fourth quarter. Kenyon's proven this second half how effective their man advantage is and how quick it works.
So about 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Kenyon has possession. It's 11-10 Lacrosse game. And we're going to find out what Otterbein's defense is made of here, especially Connor Henson, who's getting some time here. He's the senior from New Albany High School. So here is Kenyon. Fought off well by Andrew Grumman. But Kenyon holds possession. So deep in the offensive zone is Kenyon, moving the ball around. Kenyon on the man up.
Huge save right there.
So a nice save there by Henson. And coming right off the wing was McKee to try to push and put a hit on Florence. So here comes Kenyon again with a chance to tie this game up. 7:12 remaining in this fourth quarter. This is Florence with a shot. It was a bouncer and it went right.
Henson coming up with some large saves during this man advantage.
Connor Henson showing his appreciation for his defense there. It was a tough angled shot, and Otterbein is forcing bad shots right now. So Kenyon looking for a goal to tie this game up. It is 6:53 remaining into this fourth quarter. Thrown all the way back up top. Here comes Kenyon. And a new face, Josh Gallardi, who hasn't seen time in a while this game, from San Francisco, California. And a shot is a ripper from Alex Lopez, and that ties it up. And Kenyon's bench is letting Otterbein hear it. They're making some noise down there. It's an 11-11 game here,
Quick
and what looked
snapper.
like was going to be a good defensive effort by Otterbein led to an Alex Lopez goal.
Just like Otterbein's previous goal, just a real quick snapper. I don't think the goalie really even had a real chance to even defend himself.
So Jason McDonald getting set to battle Will Swain again. McDonald has won 14 of 25 faceoffs tonight. The freshman going up against the sophomore from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. And Kenyon's just got guys from all over the country, and they do a good job pulling some good lacrosse talent, which is hard to do for Division III. So here comes Kenyon with speed. Retreating in his own zone is Griffith over to Jacobs. Jacobs moves and back to Ian Griffith, who mishandles the ball. But with no pressure from Otterbein, he picks it back up.
Otterbein's got to have a defensive possession like they did, not on the previous man advantage, but the one before that where they were just taking all the lanes and all shots.
Kraft looking for a shot. Good job by Otterbein to not allow it. The effort is by McKee, the freshman. Thrown back down to Jacobs. Jacobs uses his chest to keep it in front of him. And Kraft comes out of the game. And back in comes Alex Lopez, who scored the last goal for Kenyon. So Jacobs dances, spins, looks for a lane. And a good job by Justin McKee, the freshman, the midfielder, to keep Jacobs from having the scoring opportunity. And then here's Ian Griffith with a shot. Looks like it bounced and was sent away. Amelia Sosa is going to win the race and keep possession for Kenyon. A timeout by Otterbein and a chance to talk over with the defense. We're well into the fourth quarter. 5:31 remaining. It's an 11-11 game. So it's really been a back and forth game, and we figured it would be. Both teams hungry to get their third win of the season here and go into conference play with some momentum. And the NCAA is a tough conference this year for Kenyon, and Otterbein struggled against ACAC teams, losing to Wittenberg and Ohio Wesleyan. Ohio Wesleyan is 12th in the country. They lost that one, the first game of the season, 12-5 over in Delaware. So back into play. Coach Hartnett got a chance to talk to his players here and set up some defense. They're going to have to hold the fort down and keep this game tied on this Kenyon possession. And this Kenyon offense is tough to stop. They've done a good job thus far, but they're looking to continue this pattern of good defense here. So here's Sosa. Throws it over to Griffith. Griffith near the far sideline, moving towards the middle of the field. Spins. Fought off by Murphy, and a good shot fought off by Henson.
An even better save by Henson.
So Henson with a nice save. Looked like he used his chest pad there, and it was a good job by Murphy to not allow the good shot. He did get beat, but he didn't allow a good shot, though. So so Hartnett's coaching pays off there. Off the timeout, and Otterbein gets possession back. This is Connor Henson, the senior from New Albany. Throws it to his teammate, and he got hit. It's Justin McKee, also from New Albany. Steps in and retreats back and gains his team some time.
Let's see how well Otterbein's offense does. They haven't really had that much time recently with Kenyon being on the man advantage and the offensive prowl. So we'll see how well they are effective.
Justin McKee comes off the field. They trade in for Michael Brendel.
Here comes San Filippo. We've seen him throw some rippers in there.
So Otterbein with 4:20 remaining in this game, looking to get a score to go ahead. And here's the shot, and it's turned away. And a nice save by Avis. I can't tell whether the shot was on goal or not. Nonetheless, Otterbein will get another chance here. 4:14 remaining in this game. It's an 11-11 game between this OAC and NCAC teams here. Here's Sanfilippo out front to Grundle. Grundle shoots it. He went for the bouncer shot and went high off the carpet. Sanfilippo with the return, and he shoots it and it went wide. So Otterbein's going to keep possession here.
Props to Sanfilippo to keep the ball in their possession off that
So here
wild
comes Nate
bounce.
Tholt. Nate Tholt behind the offensive net of the Cardinals is looking for some space. Thrown all the way back up top to Brendel, the freshman from New Albany. So Brendel looking for a chance in the slot. This game is tied for the go-ahead goal. 3:35 remaining in this game. There's Sanfilippo down low. Dances and looking for some space. Decides to give it back to Gambito. Gambito with a move. Held off by the Kenyon defense. Looking for some space. Gambito trying to find access behind the crease of Avis. And now here's Grundy. Dancing, he too is looking for some space. So Otterbein getting some good time in the offensive zone here and a chance to win this game. Grundy with the shot, he bounced it. And Grundy likes that bouncer shot. He paid off for him a couple times in the first half, but not here.
Otterbein taking a lot of time off the clock. We'll see how much that benefits them.
Well into the fourth quarter here. Otterbein looking to take the lead. A nice move by Otterbein, and the behind the back shot by Grundy. He tried from it about 20 feet out, and it was close, just not on target enough. Otterbein's going to keep possession now. 2:40 remain in this game, and a bad turnover from a pass that was looking for Sanfilippo. So here comes Kenyon with the same chance to take the lead. This is Patrick Coughlin taking it down in Otterbein's zone. Both teams making subs here, and a timeout is going to be given to Kenyon. So Kenyon caused a turnover that just seemed almost unnecessary. The pass was intended for Sanfilippo near midfield, and it just didn't have enough air under it. And it was Chris Ferraro who got the ball and started running the other way. So Kenyon, with 2:25 remaining in this game, has a chance here to take the lead. And we mentioned earlier, Kenyon has scored more goals in the fourth quarter.
And that's been the story of this game, really, has been the turnovers and how well the team has been able to benefit off that turnover. Otterbein ate a lot of clock there, so they're going to have to try to bend as much as they can on defense without breaking and try to get a quick turnover, maybe a good save by Hinson, and get back into the offensive possession without giving up a goal.
So Otterbein needs a defensive stop here. 2:25 left in this game. I can imagine Kenyon's going to try to kill some clock here and look for the open shot, as Otterbein was trying to do at the other end, but then it led to a turnover. So here we go. Kenyon's chance to get the go-ahead goal. Clock is ticking, and Kenyon is moving the ball. This is Ian Griffith underneath. Ian Griffith tries to find some access into the crease. He does not.
Kenyon's been real quick with their goals, so I'm going to be expecting a quick shot.
So here's Kraft. Kraft looking for space. Held off well by the Otterbein defense by Justin McKee.
Otterbein's had a real good time on defense this quarter with really not giving Kenyon any time to run in or give any lanes at all.
Here comes Kraft again, going against Alex Lopez, the freshman. Alex Lopez, the midfielder, Justin McKee, the midfielder, does a good job holding Kraft off. Kraft looking for entrance, throws it over to Lopez, his teammate at the other end, and back down low to Ian Griffith. Ian Griffith steps, spin moves behind the net, up top to his teammate. It was a good look, but it was a good deflected pass, and that shot is thrown through the uprights and high of the field goal here at Memorial Stadium.
Tried to take a quick pass out.
So a shot is fought off by Connor Hinton. That was a big save there. 1:16 remaining in this game, and Connor Hinton has one of the biggest saves of the night. So here's Alex Lopez back in play for Kenyon.
That might
Moves
just
behind
be
the net.
Save of the night.
Here's Kenyon. Shot, and it went in.
Off the bouncer.
And it was Jonathan Florence with the shot, and it was a bouncer that snuck right past Connor Hinton.
I think it took a double bounce, actually, down to the bottom right shelf. I don't even think Henson really had a chance off the double bounce.
So with 1:03 remaining in the game,
Going to need a big face-off win here by McDonald.
McDonald's done a good job all night at winning these face-offs for Otterbein, but here comes his biggest test of his collegiate career, trying to win this one for Otterbein and get them a possession with 1:03 for a chance to tie this game up. Awaiting the whistle. And it's scrummed and won easily by McDonald. The freshman takes it up, throws it off to his teammate.
Time
Walking
becoming a
in,
factor here.
shoots, misses, and a race for the ball. Grundy's going to win it. 52 seconds flat remaining on the clock here at Memorial Stadium.
Time becoming a huge factor.
Here comes Grundy looking for space. Can't find it. Can the Cardinals tie it up? 40 seconds remaining in the game. Here comes Brendel. Brendel looking for space. And down to Nate Tholt. 30 seconds left. Nate Tholt needing a goal. The fans patiently awaiting an Otterbein shot. 20 seconds remaining. And here comes Drive It. Drive It finding access into the crease. Cannot, shoots it, turns around, and it's going to almost roll out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining. It was a good turnaround shot, and the possession is awarded to Kenyon. And that might do it. 10 seconds left in this game. And Kenyon has the ball. And Gabriel Avis is just going to spin away and get rid of it. And that's going to be the game. The horn goes off. And Kenyon College is going to prevail and improve to 3-3 on the year. Otterbein falls to 2-5. They're getting ready for conference play, which will take place Saturday at 1 p.m. at this same location. And a tough loss for the Cardinals, but what a good ending for Kenyon with that